Okay, so now it's time for you to do your own radial design. And I wanted to show you some samples from some of the previous students that I've had. Here's one that has some pretty pine cones and leaves and stars and flowers. This gentleman here used snowflakes and hearts, and he was a graduate of the Baja School of Design in Switzerland. This one was very interesting, and I'll try and zoom in even more on this. You can see there's um, monkeys here and large jungle flowers. This is very, very interesting. This gentleman did nuts, and it's very interesting radial design. This lady had a theme where she used reptiles and all different kinds of fish and unusual things. It's a lot going on in here, and it's really very interesting and well done. Here's a simple one that's done with flowers, but because of the way it's colored and the um, drop shadow behind it, it looks so very interesting. And last, we have this one here that is a pretty simple design, but because of the way it is colored, it really takes on something of great interest. So I'm going to close this now and go back to what we were doing, and I will draw something very quickly myself, just to give you a jump start on how you might start something like this. So I'll go to my pen tool, and I'll bring out my swatches here, and I'll start with green here. And I want to zoom in a little bit here so I can see what I'm doing. Okay, so I'll make a stem for flower. Okay, and then I'll make a leaf. Oops, that did not turn out so good. You know, I'm going to delete that. Here we go. I wanted it to be more pointy. I think I'll hold my shift key down there. And there we go. Okay, so I'm going to take off the stroke on that, and I will put on a fill. Okay, and I'll move this leaf here. Very pretty. And I'll duplicate it here by holding down my Alt key, and then I'll duplicate another one by holding down my Alt key and rotating it around like this. And I have another leaf. Okay, so now I'm going to go to my Ellipse Tool here, and I will take off my stroke, and I'm going to choose a color from my palette here, and I think I'll make some orange flowers. So I'll make a leaf like that, and go to my Rotate tool, and Alt-click on the end of this ellipse here, and I will rotate this. I'll make 6 leaves, so I'll make this 60 degrees, and I'll make a copy of it and Control D it. And there is my flower. And I will take and make a circle right in the middle of it by holding down my Alt and my Shift key. And I will use yellow on that. Okay, so now I have a flower, and oh dear, somehow that got loose, so I'm going to go back here and go to View and Guides and lock my guides. I didn't realize my guides weren't locked. And it's good that I make these errors because you can see then too that you too might do the same thing. So okay, I'm going to take this and group it. All right. And I will repeat it, but maybe I'll take this and make it, let's see, I'll take it and I'll just turn it like this, and I'll send it to back. Okay, how's that look? Could be moved up a little bit, I think. And over. Ah, that looks better. Okay. And I think I will do this again. Make another copy. But this time, I think I'll just take this like this and go like this. All right. And rotate it. I come up here to the corner and wait till I get the double thing there. Rotate it a bit. There we go. And put it here. About there. Okay, how's that look? A little busy. I think I'll just rotate it just a tad more. There we go, and bring it up. Rotate it this way, and down just a little bit. All right, that looks pretty good. And I will change, I think, the colors of that flower there. So I'll go like this. And I'll make it a deeper color. Okay, so there we have a red and something like that. And I'm going to take this now and repeat it here. But this time I will move it like this, I think, and maybe even turn it back and do some neat things. Oh, that looks way too busy. Let's see. I'm going to just put this back where it was. Okay. And I think I will take this original one and maybe put it here and send that to back. Object arrange, send to back. That looks pretty good. And maybe one more red flower in this whole mix here. Maybe coming up here like this, an Alt, and I will move it like that. like that. Okay, I like the way that looks. And what we can do is maybe put something up here, but I'm running a little short on time. So I'm going to make a copy of this and go and bring out my rotation tools here and go to my reflect tool and put the rotation point down there and drag this around to the other side so it kind of looks the same, and make a copy and do a Control 0 here and select this whole thing and go to my rotation tool and alt click in the middle here and do the 60, and I will Control D it, and you see I have quite a lovely design. And maybe I'd like to take my pen tool and put a heart here in the middle. And take that and go to my reflect tool and change the rotation point there. And bring this to the side. Come on, you. Oh, you know what? I only had one point selected. Okay, so I have to select the whole thing. Go to the reflect tool. I'm going to zoom in on that so you can see it better. Okay. Go to the reflect tool, and I will reflect here. And bring that over. There we go. That's good now. And hold down the Alt key. And there we go. And then I'll go with my direct selection tool and change my view and select these 2 points and Control Alt J to average them, and Control J. Keeps doing that on me. And down here, Control Alt J and Control J. There we go. And we have, I'll change view, a lovely design now. And I will take the guides and hide them. And you see it's quite a sweet design, and it was quite easy. So good luck to you doing your project. I know what you hand in is going to be beautiful, and what I'd really like to do is print this out on the big printer. Bye now.